welcome to today's prenatal mobility and stretch workout. So this class will be great for you if you're feeling stiff in your hips, your lower back, or your shoulders, or like me, you're in your third trimester and you're just looking for a slightly gentler workout during your day. Now, I've designed this sequence to be safe for all 3 trimesters of pregnancy, but as always, if there's anything that doesn't feel comfortable or safe for your body, feel free to step back and rest where you need to. If you're new to Element, welcome. My name's Jennifer and I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher specializing in women's health. I help women work through fertility exercise, pregnancy, and beyond. I'm also 30 weeks pregnant now with my second baby, and I'm finding these shorter workouts are a really great way to finish my day, especially if I don't quite have the energy for a full-length class. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep up to date with all of the new videos and tutorials that get posted each week. If you have any questions, please feel free to pop them down into the comments below. I also have a free prenatal health and exercise guide available. It goes through everything that we should and shouldn't be doing exercise-wise throughout pregnancy. And if you would like a copy of that, you can follow the link, which I've also listed down below. Okay, when you're ready, let's come over to our mats. So we'll start our sequence today just comfortably sitting down in the middle of your mat. Now remember, if this is not a comfortable position for your hips or your lower back to be in, you can find yourself a folded towel or a blanket or even perhaps a small cushion. Place that underneath your sit bones just to give your lower back a little bit more space and to release your hips. Okay, when you're ready, bring yourself into a position where you feel even weight down through both sit bones, lengthening up through the crown of your head, open across your chest and your shoulders. And we'll start here with some gentle shoulder rolls. Inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, release and lower them down. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale to release. Let's do one more of those. Rolling the shoulders up and back. Now let's reverse. Pull the shoulder blades back, lift them up, release them forwards and down. We'll do 2 more. Just easing out any neck tension. Good, last one. And lower. Good, reach those arms out beside you. Let's take our right hand up to the ceiling now. Deep breath in as you reach up. Exhale, side bend over and across. You can either reach your arm out to support you or maybe fold down onto the elbow if you have a little more space. Inhale, bring your body up and exhale, lower. Other side, inhale, reach the arm. Exhale, side bend across. Good, dropping tension out of that upper body. Relax your neck and let your head drop down. Let's do 1 more each way. Inhale, reach up and exhale, over we go. Release and last one. Inhale up and exhale over. Good. Now this time as you bring your arm back above you, reach that hand behind and open out into a twist. You can place the opposite hand onto the thigh. Use your hands to help rotate, spiraling up towards the ceiling. Inhale, release back through center and exhale, other side. Rotating again, reaching up through the crown of the head, widen that chest. We'll do 1 more each way. Exhale, rotate. Now see if you can go just a little bit more into that twist. Inhale, back through center, last one. And release. Come back to the middle. Now let's interlace those fingers. Take the hands behind your head. Open out your elbows nice and wide and we'll come into our seated cat stretch. Let's inhale and lift that chest up towards the ceiling. Look up gently and draw your elbows back, really opening across the front chest. Now as you exhale, draw your elbows forwards, round your upper back, and let your shoulders rotate down. Let's go again. Inhale, lift and open out that chest wide across the front of the body. And exhale, release, really stretching down through the back of the neck, feeling that release through the middle and upper part of the spine. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, reach up and back. And exhale, fold it forwards. And release back through center. All right, release your arms. Let's make our way over onto all fours, kneeling now. So gently bring your hands down directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are down underneath your hips. Gently press away from the floor just to give your upper back a little bit of stability and support. Now we'll start by rocking our hips gently from one side over to the other side. So here, all I want you to do is let your outer hip bone press towards the side of the mat, easing out tension through the side of the pelvis, side of the hip joint. We'll do one more each way. Gently rock, just letting your body weight sink you into it. And then make your way back through center as we come into our cat stretch now. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, tuck your tailbone, round up through your spine. Really press away from the mat and draw your chin towards your chest, stretching all the way down through the back. Now on your inhale, let's reverse. We roll through neutral, extending the spine. Now lift the chest and the shoulders forward. Again, use your exhale to round the back, coming all the way up. And reverse. Keep going with those. Now as you come into extension, focus more around the upper and the middle back here rather than the low back. Good, rounding your spine, stretch right from the top to the tail. Good, stretching out, last one here. And then return to center. Now let's combine those last two movements together. Lean your hips over to one side and then tuck the tailbone, circle the hips around to the other side, and then tailbone to ceiling. So it's a combination of that lean from side to side and the cat stretch. Work through 3 more here in your own time in this direction. That's it, just letting your body weight shift you from side to side. Last one. Now let's reverse. We lean the hips across the other way, tuck the tailbone, and then rolling out. 4 more of those. Take your time with them again. Just easing through any tight spots that you might be feeling around the pelvis or the lower back. Last 2. And now last one. Let's make our way back through the center and come up to a high kneeling position now. Good. Now if you're not comfortable here on your knees, you may want to bring that towel or blanket underneath the knee joints to give you some more support. Let's carefully step 1 foot in front of us. Lean forward onto that leg so that the front knee is directly above the ankle. Tuck your tailbone under slightly just to open out through the hip flexors at the back. Hip flexors tend to get really tight, especially towards the end of our pregnancy. Now place the hands on the hip here. As you inhale, lean forwards, deepening that stretch into your hip. And then as you exhale, shift your weight backwards, extend your front leg, lean forwards and release your hamstrings. Now you may want to place the hands on the front thigh or even the mat for a little bit of support. We'll go for 2 more of those. Inhale, let's lean it forwards into the front of the hip. Exhale, come back into your hamstrings. Last one, and lean forwards. Open that hip. Exhale, come back. Hold this hamstring release here just for a breath. And then come all the way back to your high kneeling. Carefully swap those legs. So bring that other foot forwards. Good. Start again by walking that heel out so it's directly underneath that knee. Tuck your hips under just to start opening out that back hip. As you inhale, lean forwards to deepen that stretch just a little bit more. And then exhale, shift the weight back, extend that front leg, release down, drop the head. We'll go for 2 more. Inhale, come up, lean it forwards, opening through the front of the body. And exhale, releasing, coming back and down. 1 to go. See if you can press those hips forward just a little bit more now, really opening it out. And then coming back, release it down. Hold this one here just for a breath. Relax the shoulders. See if you can deepen into that stretch just a little more. And release. All right, let's make our way down to a sitting position on the mat. We'll have our legs out in front of us with our feet flat on the floor. Just rest your arms comfortably behind you to give yourself some support. We cross one ankle here over the opposite thigh. Sit up as straight and as tall through the spine as you can. So we should start to feel a release through the outer hip here. If you need to deepen the stretch, you can walk that bottom foot in a little bit closer towards you, providing you have enough space for your belly, and then start to rock your legs from one side to the other. And as you draw that leg across the body, that should deepen that release into your hip. Take your time with these. We'll do 3 more. Just breathe naturally through it. Let your belly be soft and free. Take all that tension out of your pelvis and out of your lower back. Last one. Now come back through the center and carefully release the leg. Let's swap sides. So cross the other ankle. Start by just pressing up through the chest. The more you can straighten out your back, the better stretch you'll get into your hip. And then when you're ready, we start to roll from side to side. Again, never forcing it, just using a little bit of momentum to ease out that tension in the hip and the lower part of your spine. Belly soft and free. Let's do 2 more of those and rotate it across. Good. Last one. Now let's come back to center, release that leg. We'll turn back now to face the front and we'll come into our mermaid sitting position. So mermaid is where we have one leg bent back behind us and the other leg just folded in front. Remember, if this is not comfortable for your hips, giving yourself a little base of support with that towel, blanket or cushion will provide you a little bit more space for your hips and lower back. So we'll start just by placing that right hand down onto the floor. Left hand sits onto that left hip. And this left hip here is our focus. Okay, from here, lengthen up, take a breath in. Now as you exhale, rotate and push that left hip forwards, turning your chest towards the side of the room. Now use your inhale to drop that hip gently back down into the mat. We'll do 4 more of those. So as we do this, let your belly be as soft and released as possible, providing for as much movement into that hip socket as we can. We have 2 more of those. Good. That's it. Really rotate it around. Press that chest forward. Sit all the way back down to the mat. Last one. Rotate. And center. Now hold this position here. Let's take that left hand to the floor now and reach the other arm up and over. So here it's not so much about how far we can side bend. It's more about letting that hip soften as we come over into a deeper internal hip rotation stretch. Try to relax your shoulders, reach out through the fingertips. Stay here for 1 more breath. And then make your way all the way back to the top. Release your arm. Let's change to the other side. So fold that other leg in front. Cross that leg behind. Now one side is always going to feel a little bit tighter than the other with this, which is very common. So you just take your time to get yourself comfortable. Let the sit bones sink down towards the floor as much as you can. Straighten out your spine, hand comes onto the hip. Let's take a deep breath in. As you exhale, rotate, reach that chest around and across. And then inhale, sit that hip down towards the mat. Good, we'll do 4 more. So as we get bigger throughout our pregnancy, our hips start to get more and more turned out. They get laterally rotated. So these internal hip rotation exercises tend to release some of the tension that comes from that. But always we're very gentle with them. Good, let's make this our last one. Exhale and rotate. See if you can press the hips forward just a little bit more. And then sink that hip back down onto the mat. Good. From there, reach your other hand to the floor. Take that left arm above you. Now softly side bend over at the waist. Good. Letting your exhale just release you down a little bit more to the floor. That's it. We'll hold it here. One more breath. And then release all the way back up. Good. Last stretch here for our legs. Bring your feet together. Now we're going to release our inner thighs. I don't want you to have your feet too close to your pelvis. So walk them out slightly away from you, making more of a diamond shape across the legs. We don't want to pull that pelvis too wide, especially if you're in the later stages of your pregnancy. Here, just take a hold of your ankles or your calf muscles. Let the knees open to the sides. Sit up straight. Start to lean your body forwards. Now you can use your arms to pull you down if you need to. Just letting that belly be soft. You've got lots of space here in front of you just to let that belly release down. Now, if this is not giving you much of a stretch for those inner thighs, you can use your elbows to press the knees down a little more, and then perhaps let the upper body just relax down. Good. Again, don't force it. Just let your body weight help ease you into that position. Let's hold it here for one more breath. And then slowly come back up. Great work. Now to finish, just sit comfortably however that feels good for you. And we'll mobilize our neck to finish. Take your arms beside you. So press those fingertips down towards the floor. Create a little bit of tension down through the arms. Let your head very softly drop to one side. You're feeling your ear draw down towards the shoulder. Keep pressing the fingertips down. Keep drawing the shoulders away from those ears. As you inhale, bring the head back up, and then exhale, other side, release. Good. So this should give you a really deep stretch down through the side of the neck and down through those upper traps, all the way down to the top of the shoulder. Good. Come back up. Now let's drop the chin towards the chest here. Keep the rest of your back straight, just releasing down through the back of your neck. Release your head up, and then lastly, lift the chin, look up to the ceiling, open out across the throat, and then return to center. Let go through your arms. Once again, roll out your shoulders. Well done today. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you enjoyed our class today. As I said before, if you have any questions, please feel free to place them down into the comments below. Now, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about prenatal health and exercise, or about myself or Element, you can head over to our website, elementpilatesyoga.com. There you'll find lots of great resources to help you through your pregnancy, and there are some full-length classes and programs for you to try as well. I hope to see you again soon.